just a good old boy.
Howdy, folks. Well, we're working on the tractor today. I know I touched on it a little bit after painting the sprayer. Missed that video. I've got a fuel leak. Nothing major. This happened a handful of times. I haven't got in here to look, but I'm pretty sure I know where it's coming from. These Perkins engines, they have like little return lines that goes from injector to injector, and some of the other brands have them too. And they're bad to, over time, after a long time, they'll swell and then they'll start to leak or rot, crack, and you have to put new lines on. It's not a big deal. Let me get back up here. Let me get y'all now that I got the hood off. There you go. Over here. Alright. I might have filmed this before in the past, but I don't remember. And if I can't remember, I know most of everybody else ain't gonna remember. So you gotta pull this little cover off or get my darn impact gun. Make life a lot easier. And these are 8s. I think it's got 1 8 and 2 10s. So I'll have to grab a 8mm. Let me grab that impact gun that's laying right there. We'll zip them out. There, rest in there. This has happened probably, this tractor's 08. What was it, 12? Yeah, it'd be 12 years old. This year it's probably happened two full times. I've probably replaced them twice. The first set and then the set I put in it after that had to be replaced. Now I didn't buy the proper replacements, we'll put it that way. I bought a regular fuel line and used it. It's not braided, it's the same thing, but it just doesn't have the braided outside part. The ones that go on it have braided lines on the outside, but the inside's rubber, just like regular basic fuel line. So that's what I used. Now I've got to get that 8mm out. So we'll go over here. We'll get us get down here. Get us 8mm. We'll pull this thing off. Get down in this little thing, and then we'll have to crank it up and see if which one it is. I nearly know it's where it's coming from because it has a hole in the side of the block meant to drain it. If they do leak, I'm guessing that's why it's there, because that's really the only purpose it has. Or the injectors have a leak, and then it'll run down the side of the block, and then you can see it leaking to fix it. Otherwise, it would just fill up and then run over the top, rather than keeping it drained out. Turn y'all down in here. Maybe y'all can see. So I've made it through the coronavirus this far. I hadn't died yet. The world keeps turning on the farm. My wife told me that they've called everything off, and everybody knows all the schools are canceled, and she said, what if they was to call martial law? I said, martial law? I said, hell, they'd do more damage if they did martial law than if they didn't. Ain't nobody got no food no more stored up from a garden or nothing like the old days where they could sit at home for 2 weeks and go nowhere. And they sure as hell don't nobody know how to cook anymore. Not many. Most people eat takeout all the time or go somewhere to eat. Oh, found the culprit. That's one of the, I hadn't replaced them all. So that's the first time I've done this. The original one is that I never replaced. I think maybe I have. Maybe I have. It's got to be that one leaking. But let me grab a light and we'll check and see. Hopefully y'all can hear me still. Ah, it's right there. Okay. Well, I hadn't ever replaced that one. Looking right around the fuel pump line. Show y'all. See that squirting right there? See if I can get this light to stay. That right there. The main one that feeds that goes to it. When we turn it on, we'll change it out. Let's see if I can't find a better viewpoint for y'all so y'all can see something down in there. Can you, maybe y'all can see. It's hard to get a camera down in the engine like this to see anything. Let's get tools in and out. So it's this one. Yeah, I don't think I've ever replaced that one. Yeah, it just basically fell off. See, I might have, because this one's black and it doesn't have the braid on it. See, the lines over time, even the ones that come on it from the diesel fuel, and when I say over time, I mean over years, they'll swell up and then they'll loosen up around them little nipples. It's just basic fuel line, like a weed eater and lawnmower or something like that uses. It's not an expensive deal, and it's not hard to really fix either. I mean, it's pretty straightforward and simple. Let's straighten this thing. This one here, I might not have replaced this one because this is a bent perfectly shaped line for this. It's not a straight line, it's shaped to fit a mold, but you can use just regular fuel line and it'll work just fine. I've done this I don't know how many times. On the other ones, and it's been fine, so I wouldn't think there'd be any difference. As long as it'll fit, that's the thing with this. I think one end on this line was a different size than the other end. That's probably a bad angle for y'all. You ain't gonna be able to see nothing. And these things will pop out. Here. Make it easier for y'all to see. I popped it out right here. This particular line will pop out to where it can be exposed. I'll slide it on there. I'll run it back through. It's got a little holder right there. I'll clip it back in. Now, I've got to route this other end and put it into the injector. Man, that is long. That doesn't need to be that long. I don't know why that other one was so long, because it doesn't need to be. I'm gonna cut half of that. Ah, crap, there goes my light. I'm gonna cut half of that out and shorten it up. It don't need to be that long. There's no reason for it. Let's cut half this thing off. If I had to, I got plenty more to make it longer if I cut it just a tad short, but I think we'll be okay. Slide that back in there.
Hey, man.
I'm getting it.
Find your little rubber hose.
Yeah, I had it. I thought I did.
Done got it put on.
Nearly.
Okay. That sounds good. Anything I can help you with?
I don't reckon.
Huh?
I don't reckon. Yep. So I might have gotten it on then. It's hard to tell. I can't get down in there to see because I don't want to undo everything else just to do this one little line. Try to work around everything. I know y'all can't see nothing probably other than my hand, but I'm doing the best I can. Now, move that over to put it back in its clip. You don't see that down there. Now, this is the clip. There's two little clips here that hold a cable and that fuel line too in place. And see, that one goes to here and in, and then these here jump across to the other ones, and then it comes back around and out, I think. Nope, it's plugged. It just goes to each one. So goes to each one and then out. So that should have her problem fixed. I'm gonna go ahead and crank her up and we'll see if she's squirting fuel still. Looks good. I don't see no more fuel leak. The light I tugged on looks good still too, which was this one here, not the one that we replaced. It's the one I originally tugged on. So that's got her fixed. Put her back together now. All right. I got it all bolted back up on top and put back together. So let me double check. Yeah, I got everything tightened down. Now I got to put the hood back on. These things come apart really easy, really quick. It'd be nice though if it did have the pop-up hood. Then you just pull it and go. But the later models come out, 5400 series did have the pop-up hoods, but this was one of the mid to early models and they didn't have the pop-up hoods on them. Unfortunately, but it's not the end of the world. It comes apart real quick to get to everything and then it's completely out of the way. And one thing about the fold-up ones is unless you undo the shock and everything, they're not completely out of the way. But, and then you gotta tie it up when you undo the shock, which the 5600 series that replaced this one was really nice. They had a little bungee, or a little strap that come down from it and it hooked it'd go up part of the way like they normally do, and then you could unhook it if you wanted to, and it'd go way on up, completely out of the way. Those were really nice. But I ain't got nothing like that. Old girl, she's... Well, I don't know how much y'all got to watch, but I got her back together. Thanks for watching. The camera died. It's fixing to die again. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.